everyone, Sabrina here from Scrappy Tales Crafts, and today I'm going to be showing you a design team project for the Not Too Shabby shop. And I'm going to be working with this Pink and Main stamp set called Plain Sweet. I also will be using the coordinating dies, and basically this stamp set just has a bunch of cute critters riding planes. So I'm going to start by coloring the elephant here, and typically elephants are gray. Well, they all are. But I'm going to color mine a grayish blue color just because I thought that would be a little bit more interesting. But he is definitely a toned down blue. He's not a super bright blue. Even when I added this B00 as my lightest color, I felt that it was too bright. So I'm going to go over the entire elephant with C1, and that's just going to tone it down and give it more of a grayed tint. I'm going to color his little plane in red and his goggles, and his helmet I'm going to color yellow. I am creating two baby cards today, but I didn't stick with a traditional baby color scheme. Usually I would go for pastels, but for today's two cards I used some saturated primary colors, and I thought it worked really nicely. I feel that they're more baby boy cards, but they could definitely be gender neutral. I don't have a lot of blue or pink on these cards, so I think they could work for any baby. And I am obviously coloring with my Copics. I have the caps on screen. I will show you how I color in each image once, but know that I did create another set off camera because I'm creating two cards here. You can see I colored a bunch of this little dog here, and that's because I did create 10 box cards using this stamp set. And if you want to see how those turned out, you can either check out my Instagram or my Etsy shop. And basically for the past week or so I've been restocking on baby cards, birthday, thank you, just general occasion cards. And so I pretty much created these two exact cards in a box version. So you can follow me on Instagram because I do create cards for a living, so I pretty much make a new card every day and I post it over on my Instagram. So what you see on my YouTube channel is only about 5% of what I make all the time. So definitely I'll have my link to my Instagram, Facebook, all my social media if you want to follow me and see what else I make. I primarily make box cards because that's what sells the best over on Etsy, but the two cards that I'm creating today I'm also selling, so I will have a link down below if you want to purchase these cards. And yes, so I have one more critter in a plane, and I believe this one is a bear, and his plane is going to be blue. So while I color up this last image, I want to ask you guys if you would be interested if I did a Halloween card series this year. I absolutely love Halloween, and I create a lot of cards for my shop, and I thought it would be fun to film my Halloween cards the way I did in today's video, where I make a box card and then I show you guys the flat card version. And then I think in those videos I'll also show you what the box card looks like in case you're interested. But yeah, I scoured YouTube for inspiration, I guess, and I noticed that there's not a whole lot of Halloween videos out there, and I've never seen a Halloween series. So let me know if you're interested. I know Halloween's not for everyone, but I do have a cute idea planned out. I want to do 13 videos, you know, because 13 is the unlucky Halloween number. I thought that would be kind of fun. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. So it looks like I'm about finished with this bear. I'm just going to color in the scarf and propeller. And then off camera I die cut those images, and now I'm going to work on the background of my card, and I'm going to use this memory box postage stamp background die. I cannot find this die anywhere. I think I bought it like maybe 3 years ago, so it's not that old, but I can't find it. So I will link something similar if I can find it. But basically I am taking some of my scrap pattern paper and I'm cutting them down to small panels that I can fit over parts of this die. I do plan on using it as a background, but I wanted some of the postage stamps to be in pattern paper. So I went ahead and die cut them out. I'm going to use this blue polka dot paper. And I also die cut some stamps from some orange and yellow stripe pattern paper. On one of the orange stamp panels, I stamped the sentiment special delivery, and that came from a really old baby stamp set I got from the Scrapbook Expo, so I don't even know what company it's from, but any sentiment would work that's baby related. And I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my panels down. Some of them I'm going to glue directly flat, and others I'm going to pop up with foam tape. You can see I'm using the die as a guide to help me know where to glue down these postage stamps. Now it becomes a little bit cumbersome to glue these down over the die. You can see it's difficult to take it off. So eventually I'm not going to use it as a guide because these postage stamps actually connect. So that was very handy and helpful for lining these all back up again. But for some of them, like I said, I'm going to pop them up like this white one. I just added some foam tape behind it. And I added the white just to break up all the pattern paper. And I'm gluing all of these down onto a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch white panel. So this will end up covering an entire A2 card base. And in the end, I thought this background looked like a really cool quilt. And I thought the postage stamps worked nicely with the planes. I was going for an airmail kind of theme. So this little postage stamp that I'm gluing down now is perfect for postcards. So I'm just going to finish up here with my last few stamps. And then I can start assembling my scene with my flying critters. I will add that special delivery postage stamp to the bottom of that blue polka dot panel. And the stamp set does include some sentiments. I think there is one baby one, but I wanted something that was a little bit larger. So here are each of my images die cut. I'm going to add a congrats flag to my little dog. And you can see I added foam tape on the backs of each of these. I made sure not to add foam tape where they overlap the popped up postage stamps. Instead, I'm going to add glue where those areas are. For this little critter, I'm going to have it flying right next to the sentiment. And then I die cut a few clouds from some white cardstock, and I'm going to scatter those around the blank areas, I guess, just to fill in the scene a little bit more. Again, I'm going to add foam tape and glue to these. I'm going to trim this larger cloud. And I'm actually going to use whatever I trimmed off and add that above the elephant. So here I'm trimming it, and then I'm going to take it and just add it to the top of the card. And then I just wanted to add a pop of red. So I'm going to take these die cut birds, and I'm going to show you the die set that these come from a little bit later in my second card. But I'm going to add 2 of these birds onto my clouds. And again, that just adds a nice pop of red. I'm going to glue one down flat, and then one I will pop up with some foam tape. And then that's going to basically complete the panel. All I have to do now is add some ATG tape and attach it to my A2 card base. And then that will complete my first card. I think that looks really cute. I think these would be great baby shower invitations too. So for my second card, I die cut a postage frame, and I'm going to attach it onto a rectangle that I cut from some blue stripe pattern paper. And then I'm going to grab my planes and add them to this panel. I'm just trying to arrange them. I stamped out another special delivery on another postage stamp from the last card. I had some leftover clouds, so I'm going to tuck them behind some of the critters. Again, I'm going to add the congrats flag to one of the planes. And this is just a great card to congratulate someone on their new delivery. So I'm going to add ATG tape behind that yellow postage stamp, and I like that this kind of looks like a postcard. I'm going to adhere the clouds flat, and I am going to pop up all of my critters with foam tape. I am using U-line foam tape, which is very inexpensive. I like it, but it is a little difficult to peel off the backing, so I am using my scissors to help me do that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue down that last cloud, flip this panel around, and I will add ATG tape after I figure out my layout. Now, I die cut this baby word banner, and that is from this Cottage Cuts die. That's also where those two birds came from. So I created this banner by cutting 4 scallops from yellow and green paper, and then I just spelled out the word baby with some gray cardstock. And I thought that fit nicely on the bottom right. I'm just going to tuck it underneath that blue plane. And then I will flip this panel around and add foam tape behind it. So this is going to add nice dimension. And I realized I wanted to add foam tape behind those scallops, so I'm going to remove that larger foam tape, move it up a little so that I can add another strip to the bottom. And then I will attach it to this orange stripe panel. And then I will add 2 more red birds. I wanted to tie in that red plane. And I thought that these little birds helped to bring some red to the cards. So I'm just going to adhere those with art glitter glue, and then that will complete my second card. I'm just going to attach it to a card base now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. All of the supplies that I used will be linked down below. Let me know which card you like better. I really love both. If I had to choose, probably the postcard, but I do love how the first one has a cool quilt-like background. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet already, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!